And hi, very welcome again. Okay, just today I just want to talk to you a little bit about, what are the cornerstones for you in order to go about, really achieving what it is you want to achieve. How do you go about, losing weight and losing weight permanently in that? And in this video, I just want to explain just a few little simple techniques which are really going to help you. First and foremost, you've really got to get serious about what it is you want to do. And in order for you to do that, you have got to be really focused and clarity about what it is you want to do. No more messing, no more kind of maybe this or maybe that. No, you've really got to get passionate about this and get really focused and say, right, this is it. Just to share my own story very briefly with you, when I was maybe 16 years of age, I was, addicted to chocolate. I was, putting on weight, and it was absolutely terrible. And it got to the point, when I was 16, we went out to my aunt and uncle's house for a Christmas dinner. I remember standing on the scales, and each time we used to visit that house, we used to get on the scales and say, oh, what's going on? And the weight was just going on and on and on. And I was up at over 13 stone, and it was the first time that happened. I was 13 stone, 1 pound. My ideal weight was actually 11 stone at that stage. And I was 2 stone overweight. I was addicted to chocolate. I had no idea how to go about, changing my whole life and that. And with that, in that moment, that split second, I made a decision there and then that no more, this was not going to happen anymore. And that I was going to find some solution to this. Now, little did I know that it was actually going to take, the next 20 years to actually do that. But it's been a vocation in that, and that's, what I absolutely am passionate about doing, and helping people and sharing with people, showing them the solution. And, from researching it for 25 years, for working with thousands of clients, changing their lives and that, going about saying this really works and that. And these are just a few little other things that I just want to share with you, okay? One question which has always, really been on my mind is, how does somebody go about achieving something in their life? How do they go about bringing something into their life that they truly want? And this is the most magical thing you will ever achieve in your life. Not if something is given to you, but how you go about bringing it into your life. How you go about, setting out a target for yourself and going about, through all the steps to go and achieve it. Because once you achieve that, you will experience the greatest passion, the greatest self-confidence in the whole world, because you know that you will have achieved this. You on your own will have achieved it. It's not luck, it's not, any of those other kind of things that happen, but you alone achieved this. And the pride and passion that you will feel with this it's incredible. Okay, so how we go about this is, I spent 15 years studying the top people in every field possible. Sportsmen and women, politicians, everybody who has just achieved different things in their lives. And it was very funny, but certain themes were constantly reappearing in their life stories. And one of the most surprising things was that so many of them actually didn't start off with this great talent, yet they became world leaders, so to speak, in their particular field. But they didn't start off like that. And the irony was that an awful lot of them actually started off quite average in what they were actually doing in their lives and that. And I compartmentalize it into 6 different areas, 6 different steps that we need to go through in order to do that. So the first one is to be inspired, okay? So one of the things that a lot of these people who've achieved extraordinary success in their lives is that they are really genuinely inspired to do something. How do they go about doing it and that? How do they go about, being really highly driven to go about bringing something into their lives and that? And that was the first step. They were all very driven people. And like yourself, you're sitting at home watching this video at the moment, you say, what is it that really captures you, really gets the, the blood flowing? What is it you want? If somebody could appear to you right now and say, if you have one wish to make, what is it? What is that wish? And whatever that is, that's what it is. Okay, the second step on that, and we've done this before, touched on it, is having the necessary knowledge, the knowledge to go about bringing whatever it is you want into your life, and finding the knowledge, finding the very best in that field, and who are proven experts in that field, studying what it is they have to offer and say, okay, well, this is what I'm kind of talking about here, let's go with it. So that's the second step. The third step, is this one here. It's belief, okay? And it's about having the belief within yourself, having that kind of self-confidence in that to go about achieving what it is that you want to achieve in that. And all of these steps we go in much deeper in the course that I'm going to tell you about later on. But this is just to give you a flavouring about what it's all about. Because we spoke earlier on about the self-belief, about your self-confidence, about your self-image, how all of these things mean so much for you, just to get you kind of going and just to see where exactly you're going to go. Because remember, by controlling this, controlling the mind, you're 80% there of where it is that you want to achieve. The next one actually is action. And, going about taking the steps to go about not sitting at home or, dreaming or whatever it possibly is, but just going ahead and going out there and, taking action to go about bringing what you want into your life, okay? Because it's not going to happen any other way. But by taking the steps necessary to go about bringing what it is that you want into your life and that. Also as well, which will always happen on every journey, regardless of what you take, is you've got to persevere, okay? And one of the themes running through a lot of these people that are reading about was that you really have to persevere with what it is that you want to achieve, because it's not going to go like A, B, C. Like the best plans, can often become, a little bit, this way, that way, whatever. But what you've got to do is you've got to persist, but you've got to persist intelligently. You've got to see what is working for you, what's not working for you. And then you've got to be able to adapt and say, right, well, I'm going to take this and I'm going to take that and keep adapting while persisting, but not persisting foolishly just in one way. If something's not working, and just persist, because they do say that, that insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. But you to be able to adapt and intelligently listen to see what's working, what's not working in the plan that you've laid out for, and seeing how you go about chopping and changing and that, bringing some more of this, a little bit less of that and that, and adapting for it to work for you. And the last stage is the results. Because the results that you get, it really does go down to, what you put in is actually what you're actually going to get out of it. The end justifies the means, and it's very, very true. And regardless if you want to lose weight, if you want to get into shape, all of those things, don't fool yourself by looking for, easy ways or easy way out of it or that. No, what actually works, and this has been scientifically proven, exercise works. Eating plan works, a proper eating plan. And if those two pillars are not part of your life, then the results you get, through gimmicks and fads and those kind of things, they can be very, you can get some results and they can be very short-lived and that, but they're not going to be sustainable. What I do with people is that I show people how to go about achieving their ideal weight naturally, and how to go about maintaining that for the rest of your life. And to be honest, it's not as hard as you think. I went about doing it myself. It took about 10 years to kind of work out all the different things, what really works, what doesn't work, and experimenting in that. And this is the knowledge that I want to share with you today. Now, in this formula here, okay, there's one element here, one element which drives that whole equation around and around and around. And I want you to think about that. Is it that, belief, action, persevere, or results? So what do you think? One of these is the magical formula which drives that whole formula around and around. There's one key element to all of this. And the answer, I'm going to give you that on the course that I'm going to tell you about in a few minutes, okay? So that's just getting that part done. Now, one of the other areas that I want to talk to you a lot about today as well is the importance as well about the formula that I spoke to you at the very start, the M, E, or C formula. As I said, this is a formula that I had developed myself. It's completely unique to what I do, and it's with this that I've got incredible results. These are the 4 pillars which have to be tailored specifically for you, for your situation, for your lifestyle, for your likes, for your dislikes in that. And each of these pillars, it's like if one of these obstacles is missing, it's like, imagine driving a car, see how it drives with 4 wheels, and then what happens if you take one wheel out? What happens? The car just doesn't work. Or, the 4 legs of a chair. take away one leg, what happens? And it's the very same with this formula. For you to get long-lasting results, to get what it is you really want, you need each of this tailored specifically to what it is that you want, okay? And that's what we do in the whole course in that as well. Also, there's just one other thing just to mention on, and the whole part with nutrition and all of that is that something that's come up an awful lot of times is that people are not taking in enough protein. Now, we go through this in great detail in the course and that, but what happens if you're not taking in enough protein? What is protein, I hear you say? Protein is all about giving you shape and that, along with your resistance training. And if you're not taking in enough protein, what's going to happen is that your body is going to end up just being, you know, soft and shapeless if the protein isn't there. The protein is always terrific for your skin, your hair and that. It's wonderful, you know, for building up lean, toned muscle. That's what it's all about. And an eating plan, you know, that's void of that, you're going to see that kind of immediately. You know, the body is always going to be soft and shapeless and that, you know. There was a girl in the last place I worked, I remember seeing her, and she used to come in every day and she used to work out, and she used to do about 2 hours a day in that, and yet her whole body remained completely shapeless, dull and soft. And even though she was working out like every day for 2 hours, and the reason was, when I sat down and was just speaking to her, and that was that she actually wasn't taking in any protein. Now, her exercise routine actually wasn't effective either, but what was happening with her was that the protein wasn't there, she wasn't doing it, and she just remained, you know, that kind of shapeless kind of thing, which was kind of disastrous, to be honest, for her and that. Also as well, a part that many people become very, very confused about is how to go about burning calories and that. And there's a very specific formula for training to be cardio effective, for it to be really working for you and that. And also, one of the big things that we're actually going to talk about on the course is we're going to talk about how to go about working everything. So what we're doing is we're gradually integrating small little changes into your life. That's what the whole course is all about. That's what your success is all based on, that. In moments of decision, your future is actually shaped. It's regardless of where you want to go. And today could be the greatest day of your life. It could be at a moment like this that you decide to change once and for all. And in order for you to change, you've really got to be able to focus on exactly what it is that you want to achieve, and that to really be absolutely passionate, to get that image of what it is that you want, to really focus on it and say, right, this is what I want. Pull out all the stops and to really, really go for it. Also as well, there's a very interesting thing that we do with personal training as well. And when we meet with somebody, the first thing that you're trying to work out with a client who comes to see you is, are they actually in the right mental space? And there's a passive approach and there's an assertive approach. And if you're in the passive approach means that you know in your heart and soul that nothing is actually going to change, because you're looking at something, you're saying, yeah, I know, maybe I should do something, and well, I don't know, and it might happen and that. But you could be 6 months' time, you're still going to be sitting in the same chair, the same thing, saying, yeah, I know. But like that, a passive approach never ever works. You have to change over to an assertive approach. And the assertive mentality is, right, okay, I am going to do this. I am going to make this happen. I am going to work tooth and nail to bring about what it is that you want into your life. And that passive versus the assertive approach, that's absolutely paramount, because without the correct mental attitude, we're going back up here to our M part of the formula. If this is here, it's nothing is going to happen for you, nothing. Yet, if you're able to make that decision in your life and you say, right, I am really going to go for this, I am genuinely committing to it, then we get our mental approach right. And then once the rest of it is the mechanics, so to speak, of putting together all the building blocks in which we do, how to go about finding out what it is you want to achieve, how to go about really motivating yourself, and all the different strategies and techniques we talk about in the course and that. The name of the course, it's called a Weight Loss Masterclass. And in this course, it's 8 modules. And with this, it is the most in-depth course that you're actually going to find on weight loss. And what we do in the whole course is we actually go into all of these in great depth, and we specifically customize the whole formula for you alone. And the way it works is that the first module you will be watching it on video. You're given a set of instructions, things to do, so to speak, for the following week and you do all of those. So each module, what you're doing is you're learning from me in this kind of a scenario, and then you're going ahead and you're putting everything together for the whole week. And the way that the whole course is structured is that in the very first module, we deal with the eating plan, and we go about getting the eating plan absolutely correct for you. And the eating plan that we use in this course, in the weight loss masterclass, it's the definitive weight loss eating plan. This is it. This is the holy grail of eating. Imagine you will never ever have to go on a diet ever again in your life, because this is it, and it really does work. It has been scientifically proven. It has been, I've used it myself, I've used it with my clients and it's much easier than you think, because I will show you the exact steps that you need to take to go about achieving and maintaining your ideal weight. Also as well, in the second week, what we do is we bring in the exercise element of it. And again, it's nothing like what you think about exercise. It's not, you have to do this or you have to do this. It's all about customizing the whole exercise part to you and to work out what it is that actually really goes about working for you. And I show you step by step what you have to do. And, again, I can't emphasize enough that the whole thing is tailored for your lifestyle, for your goals, for your objectives and There's nothing kind of generalized about this. This is the solution, the weight loss solution for you, okay? So in the second module, what we deal with is, the cardiovascular system. I explain exactly what it is and I explain what systems actually lose weight, how you go about working out what zone you're actually in, and then outlining, different programs that you can see which actually, really works for you and And also as well, we show how to do the beginner's course, the intermediate course, the advanced course. And it's whatever works for you, whatever course that you fit into. If you don't want to go to a gym, then, all the work will be done in your home. If you want to go to a gym, we show you exactly what to be doing there. So it's broken down into step-by-step particles for you. And each week you're given a rule, because the course is the weight loss masterclass course, and it's the 7 secrets to permanent weight loss. And it's how to go about achieving your ideal weight naturally and maintaining it for the rest of your life. That's what the course is about. And on the first week you're given a secret, the first secret, so to speak, and that becomes a rule, and it's embedded in stone. And the second week then we add on the exercise onto the eating plan, and also as well you're given the second secret, so to speak, how to go about incorporating that into your life. And what we're actually doing the whole time is we're streamlining the whole modules for you, streamlining the eating plan, streamlining how you go about the exercise and Everything is streamlined for you. In the third module, we talk about the principles of success. We talk about the importance of food combining. We talk about the importance of emotional eating, which is a real biggie. The emotional eating can play havoc with so many people. Module 4, you're given the rule as well for that week. You're given your work to do for that week. And then for module 4, what we're dealing with there is we're dealing about how to go about eating out when you go out, how to go about getting portion size control, how do you know about calories coming in, calories versus out. All of this is explained in a very easy to understand format, which you can adapt for your lifestyle and to go about bringing real changes into your life and We talk also about bringing in the importance of resistance training, this part of the formula here. And as well, if you don't want to go out to exercise in a gym, because some people hate a gym, and there's absolutely no problem. We do everything, we can show you how to do it inside your house, okay? And you can do this in the comfort of your house. When you're watching each of these modules, it's sent out to you. You also get a download. Everything is downloaded and for you and In module 5, you're given the rule as well, the secret for Module 4, how you go about incorporating that into your life. And all the secrets, all of them are cumulative. So you're adding them on step by step by step. Into week 5, we're talking about anti-aging, which is absolutely colossal. And what you can do with the proper kind of eating plans is phenomenal. You're also talking about how it works, how the whole anti-aging formula works. You're talking about the best foods for anti-aging. You're talking about the worst foods for anti-aging. You're also giving your, a work plan for that week. You're showing how to go about breaking down goals, how to go about achieving goals, what stimulates you, what doesn't stimulate you, how you go about, organizing your day to going about achieving what it is you want to achieve. Like what we've done there is just giving you kind of a little flavoring in that for it as well. And you're also given the rule, the secret for Module 5 and how you go about incorporating that. So now at this stage you have 5 secrets that are incorporated into your daily plan. Module 6, you're actually talking about the superfoods. What are the best foods, superfoods for you, hopefully for achieving your goal, for what it is you want to do. They're actually broken down in that bit by bit. Show how to apply them in your life, how to go about bringing them into your life. We talk about the 6 cornerstones for good health, which again is very, very important. We talk about, how you go about applying the 90-10 rule, which we touched on earlier on in one of the other modules, but how you go about bringing it into your life. And the whole key, it's about how you go about making the whole program, the weight loss masterclass, how you go about incorporating that and sculpturing it into something that works for you. That's the single most important thing, of customizing it for you, how you go about putting it together for you. That's what's absolutely crucial about this. In Module 7, what we talk about there is we talk about some of the most common questions that are constantly asked over and over again. And I just sit down and go through those and that. And there also is a membership, a part of the site that you can actually email in your queries, and I personally will answer them for you. Not a member of the team or anything like that, but I personally will answer any of the kind of questions and that you have, and that also will be incorporated for you. Also then in Module 8 we talk about the different foods which will help energize you, how we go about putting the whole package together and how you're going about molding the whole thing, because in this course you're going to get one of the most comprehensive courses. This is absolutely a life-changing course for you, and believe me, what you need, your part, all you have to do once you're in this here, once you're in that assertive mode, once you're there, you're ready to really go. Once you're really ready, we will do the rest. But this is important, that you're in that kind of a mentality. You're really ready to go. This is the single most important thing for you, okay? The course, actually, these are the kind of benefits that you can expect to get from the course. What you can get is you will actually lose weight naturally, very, very naturally, okay? Nothing is going to kind of streamline you as the eating plan that we're talking about here. So you're going to discover once and for all, that definitive weight loss eating plan. You're going to have that for the rest of your life, okay? Also as well, you're going to feel better than you ever have before in your life. You're going to actually look much younger than you ever have in your life. You're going to feel much more energized. You're going to discover the 4 unique principles of how you go about sculpting everything to work for you. You're going to discover how to go about getting into that correct, assertive mental attitude, how to go about bringing changes into your life, how to go about creating confidence in yourself, because everything kind of boils down to your self-esteem, how you go about achieving it, how the whole, self-image works, how you go about building yourself up in that. What you're going to discover, what really does work, is nature. Nature really does work, and it's going to give you everything that it is you want. You're going to feel much younger. You're going to really, really embrace a whole new life, and this could be your moment. This could be your moment for change, where you decide you've absolutely had it. Exactly, like you'll know the pain that you felt, and it's only if you were overweight that you can really, really feel that pain. When you're overweight, being overweight, it seeps into every dimension of your life. You just feel, you become self-conscious, you don't have confidence, you don't really want to go out to meet people, you don't like wearing certain clothes, and it's only if you have experienced that you'll actually really know what I'm talking about. I experienced exactly the same thing. And that change, that moment that I made the decision, that's when everything changed for me. And that's when everything can change for you too. There really is a solution for this here. You really can do this, okay? With my help, I'm only delighted to do this. And also with the Weight Loss Masterclass, what I'm doing is the price of the course is 499 euros. That's what it is. But also as well, with that, what I'm offering is there's a 30-day full money-back guarantee, okay? So 30 days into the course, if you don't feel that this is the greatest course ever, if this doesn't absolutely, you know, all you have to do, send stuff back, there's absolutely no charge, no hard feelings. 30-day full money-back guarantee. And remember, the single most important thing for you is you've got to be here in this kind of a mental state. Is that okay?